Доброго времени, друзья! С вами Омбра, и сегодня мы начинаем второй акт ролевого мюзикла Stray Gods. В предыдущей серии мы познакомились еще с двумя богами, Аполлоном и Персефоной. У нас был музыкальный челлендж, музыкальный баттл с Персефоной, и между нами пробежала небольшая, я бы сказал, искорка. Она у нас также пробежала и с Аполлоном, и с уже знакомым нам паном, но как-то, как я сказал в конце прошлой серии, к Персефоне я больше тяготею. В целом, каждый из персонажей пока здесь такой многомерный достаточно, здесь у каждого персонажа явно есть двойное дно, так что не будем терять времени и, собственно, поедем дальше по сюжету.
Hey, Freddie. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? What if you were taken prisoner, kept in a cave by a cyclops, or I don't know, turned into a tree? I was worried sick.
A tree? That's random.
Yeah, Apollo kept chasing this woman named Daphne, and it doesn't matter. Important thing is, you're back.
I met Apollo tonight, actually.
What? No way. Okay, all right. You have to tell me everything that happened. Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
That's what I said.
And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a little volatile.
She's not so bad. At least with Persephone, you know exactly where you stand.
Блин, вот Грейс сейчас сказала ровно то, о чем я подумал, когда у нас были интеракции с Персефоной. Как бы да, у Персефоны тонна просто злости накоплено, тонна какого-то вот каких-то обид, проблем и старых ран, но она супер честная, как бы с ней ты понимаешь, кто ты и где ты.
I guess. Wow, she just sounds so different from the myths about her. So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
I just spoke to him at the Underworld. If he wanted something, why didn't he just talk to me there?
Because he's creepy and wants to get you alone?
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddie.
The Muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Пойдемте поговорим с Аполлоном, он какой-то обиженный и убежал от нас.
Grace,
Yeah, told you she'd be back.
what are you doing here? When you stayed with Persephone, I thought that... Well, I didn't expect to see you again.
I thought I'd check in on you. The way you left, well, it was quite the scene.
Ah, yes, that. I want to apologize for my outburst. Being around my family brings out the worst in me, I'm afraid. It's why I avoid them whenever possible, and why I should have resisted getting dragged into all this.
Apollo, everything you sang about still applies, even if you got angry.
I know.
We all make mistakes. You pick yourself up, and you try again for Calliope's sake.
I'll think about it, Grace. I promise. For now, you're in far better hands.
I'll hold you to that. Don't think I won't.
Да. Грустный Аполлон грустен. Наведаемся к Персифоне, может, у нее что-то новое?
Oh, back already, are you? It's just as well. I've asked around, called in some favors, just enough to get an idea of what all the idols are currently up to. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I'm back to thinking Pan may be our prime suspect after all.
У-у.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
I did. It doesn't seem like his style. Pan has always preferred scheming over direct confrontation. But the thing is, how did he know about you so quickly? What does he hope to gain by sticking his nose in?
A favor or two, I guess.
Half the idols owe him a favor or two. No, he's up to something else. Until I know what it is, I can't discount the possibility that he's involved in all this.
You should know. Pan asked me to meet him at Olympus. I'm not sure why.
Oh, that's interesting. Did he happen to say what he wanted?
No. He probably wants to cash in his favor.
Huh. That's what he does. Collect favors and then use them to gather even more favors. To what end, I dare not guess.
Maybe that's what went wrong with Calliope. A favor she wouldn't repay.
Or something she'd discovered and refused to conceal. Now, that would be just like her. You should go ahead and see what Pan wants. It might be useful.
Just throw caution to the wind, huh?
Somehow you'll manage. I want to send you to a party, Grace. One Aphrodite is holding. She and Eros know Pan perhaps better than anyone. If you go, it'll give you a chance to find out what he's really up to.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
She and I don't get along.
Like how you and Apollo don't get along?
Even more intensely than that. I once said some things about her husband. They were true, but unwelcome. Suffice it to say, if I showed up at Aphrodite's party, revealing Pan's secrets would be the last thing on her mind.
One wild party with a goddess of love coming up.
It's less of a wild party and more of a somber affair.
You mean like a cocktail party?
Let me put it this way. Apollo will likely be there.
Gotcha. Expectations of fun downgraded considerably. I'll let you know what I find.
Угу, у нас появилось еще одно место назначения. Вечеринка у Афродиты. И да, я думаю, это то, куда мы направимся первым делом. Делает смысл.
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace? You're here.
Yeah, I'm invited, aren't I?
I'm just surprised you even knew it was happening.
Persephone said I should come to this. Whatever this is.
Persephone didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised?
I came to see you, Apollo, and I don't recall you mentioning it. Persephone said it could help.
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No déjà vu, recollections that aren't your own?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
Интересно, то есть со временем вот люди, которые становятся сосудами для эйдолонов, да, для божественной сущности, они, ну, грубо говоря, вспоминают свои прошлые жизни, да, и как бы воспоминания человека и воспоминания бога, который передал ему свой эйдолон, они соединяются воедино. Интересно.
That doesn't seem so terrible. Am I missing something?
Well, remember how old we all are. There are so many memories. So the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
You're saying I won't be me. I won't be Grace. Will I start calling myself Calliope?
Maybe. Eventually, most of us do, but most of us were chosen and prepared.
And I didn't choose this.
I understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her Eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
When you say she's gonna pass on her Eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye. At least for a while.
Хрена себе стрёмная телега. То есть у Афродиты настолько жесткое посттравматическое стрессовое расстройство, что она убивает себя, хочет убить себя и передать свой идолон другому человеку, чтобы на время забыть, значит, все ужасы, которые она пережила. Блин, это реально жесть.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift...
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past. Well, she still remembers it.
Wait. Persephone said Calliope always refused to come to these parties.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder.
Я согласен с
Was
Клеопой.
a
Это
point of contention between them.
то, что
Aphrodite
Афродита
will be
предлагает,
grateful
это не
you're here.
выход.
Trust me.
Окей. Аполлон, ты что думаешь? Ты это
Do
все
you
поддерживаешь?
support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war. And eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse. If this is the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
Блин, вот Аполлон дико пассивный, конечно. Вот он такой пассивка, такой мопи чувак, вот все время такой: ой, это не мой выбор, если она должна совершить суицид, чтобы почувствовать себя лучше, я не буду ей говорить, что не делать. Блин, я не знаю, вот... Может быть, я не прав, но у меня проблемы с такими пассивными людьми. Вот Аполлон мне, честно, не очень нравится. Он симпатичный мужик, как бы, но... Он там меня спас, все дела, он высказался против моей казни, но вот, блин, какой-то он мутноватый типок.
I don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but...
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final decision. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like. Just try to relax, Grace.
Sure, yeah. Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
Так, у нас тут есть Амур. Господи, ну, Амур сын Афродиты. Я хочу знать, что он думает вообще обо всем этом.
Grace!
Hey, Eros. Nice to...
О,
Oh. Okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
Мне, честно, немножко жаль, что в этой игре нельзя заромансить Яроса, потому что это то, что я бы, наверное, сделал. Но нет так нет.
Are you okay? You seem a bit...
Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
Hey, I understand. This can't be easy.
She's the one who is suffering. I shouldn't be complaining. I just hate this. I'm there every day, going through it all with her. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the weeks when she just won't get out of bed. I'm there when she forgets the war's over, and I hold her until the screaming stops. Me. I do that.
That sounds awful.
And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
Блин, звучит ужасно. Мне реально жалко Яроса в этой ситуации. То есть... Главное, он прав, это не работает, потому что... Ну хорошо, вот она самоубилась, передала свой идолон, она получила там какое-то время, пока новый сосуд не помнит ничего, а потом она снова начинает вспоминать, и все повторяется сначала. То есть так можно вечно себя убивать и ломать жизнь новым и новым людям, как бы, и это ничему не поможет. Как бы это глупая идея, честно говоря.
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
No, it's okay. I wouldn't usually talk about it, but I know you don't mean any harm. What happened is that Brother Ares happened. He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jackbooted mortals, so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols. Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Блин. Интересно, что здесь нацисты не названы по имени, они названы просто Jackbooted Mortals, типа обутые в сапоги смертные, но как бы понятно, о ком идет речь.
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
She didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus?
No. Should I?
God of smiths. He could make anything, any tool or weapon. He was Aphrodite's husband, and he adored her. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
They tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
Then this deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all. We never saw him again. That was the deal. He would leave, make their precious weapons, and never look back. Aphrodite never even got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together. But now he's all she can think about.
Блин. Я рискну предположить, что в этом мире, например, создание атомной бомбы — это дело рук Гефеста, потому что по времени как раз совпадает. То есть он в конце Второй мировой войны он ушел делать оружие для союзников, да, для, ну, американцев прежде всего, Новый Свет, Америка. Вот, и получается, ну, видимо, да, Гефест помог создать атомные водородные бомбы.
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
To die? I've asked that so many times. She's tried magic, drugs, psychotherapy, meditation, everything we could possibly think of. For a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin, and the memories return. More with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Maybe I shouldn't ask, but is there any way to change Aphrodite's mind?
You say that as if I haven't tried. If only... She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that, deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
I'll try, if you think it'll do some good.
I don't know if it will. I just find it hard to believe it could get any worse.
Famous last words.
Tell me about it. Do whatever you think is right, Grace. And thank you.
Эрос очень симпатичный мужик. Он мне очень нравится. Ладно, с Аполлоном не будем болтать, двинемся дальше. Дождемся Афродиту.
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh! What manners I have. Grace, Grace, meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus, and yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
Hi. I have to admit, it'll be weird watching this happen the, proper way.
Because I'm chosen?
Yeah. I wasn't. Not like this, anyhow.
Yeah, Lady Aphrodite told me. I'm so sorry, that sounds awful.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
I just want to say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you, that you need to do this.
A babe in our dreary world, and yet already possessed of such earnest purpose.
Weren't you opposed to this, Grace?
Apollo! Oh, you've come after all.
You look remarkably well, cousin.
I've had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case. As for you, Grace, have you gathered the true purpose of tonight's gathering?
To ease your suffering? To forget about what happened?
An escape into the soothing blackness. To swim in Lethean waters, at least for a time.
Does it help?
I don't know. Each Aphrodite before me begged for mercy. This is all I can do for all of us. Even so, tonight is not about the pain. It is about honoring the memory of what was while that memory still persists. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Мне очень жаль, что Афродите приходится такое делать, чтобы там, забыть посттравматические ужасы, но реально у меня большие вопросы ко всему этому сетапу. Я хочу поговорить с вот этой Венерой, с девушкой, которая избрана новым сосудом. Ей как бы нормально
I
вообще
should
то, что происходит?
apologize, Grace. Saying that I was chosen like I'm somehow more special, I really didn't mean it that way. I hope you can... I'm sorry. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
Having second thoughts? If so, now's probably the time to mention it.
I would never do that to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
I'm not sure. It happened so fast, I didn't know what to think. Calliope died, and then all this happened.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Eros called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
Блин, ну это не милосердие, это как наркотик.
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger. Something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible, and I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
Херня какая-то, блин. Сектантство, блядь, какое-то. Нет, так не пойдет. Я попытаюсь это остановить. И, кстати, я думаю, знаете, кто был бы дохера недоволен тем, что происходит? Гефест, который Афродиту спас. Я не думаю, что он был бы доволен тем, что она тратит свою жизнь на постоянные, значит, попытки обдолбаться новым смертным и забыть, значит, его жертву и забыть вообще все. Нет, это херня, все, я не буду это терпеть. Поехали, короче, блядь, давайте начинать ритуал. Сейчас споем, я так чувствую.
I have tried so hard, fought for so long, but in the end, I must bid you all farewell once again. But before I go, I would like us all to remember the sacrifices that brought us here, to this strange new world. This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided.
Поехали.
We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Our so-called brother Ares sold his soul forevermore. He so loved the military, he became their dog of war. He denounced his loving family, and with mortal guns and greed, on a plate gladly delivered everything that war dogs need. He betrayed us and we let him, and with their mortal souls long gone, we thought we were untouchable. We were wrong. We were wrong. I can feel we have the vigor of an idol coming in. Be wary as they find you to entail your limb from them, torture you and spit at you, parade you in a square. I thought my life was over, then a God answered my prayer. The man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred rescued me from hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me, he struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave to me.
I gotta say that I'm amazed I held my tongue for so long. Not such a fan of this old plan, but who's to say that you're wrong? Now shoulda gotta erase a memory when there's no chance of changing history. This guy that sacrificed his life so you can live in his place, wish he'd drop by, cause man, I'd die to see the look on his face. You try to hide from your reality, but then come back with regularity. And if you notice a disparity, then what's the meaning of his legacy? Everybody. Who gives a damn about your suffering? Everybody. Who wants to see you be yourself again? Everybody. Who feels your pain in case you're wondering? Everybody. You got the time, but it's the stuttering. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
I can't place your face, so let me give you a hand. An idol should embrace the things they don't understand. And you don't get it. My mind's a falling city, buildings crumbling down. What is more, the pity, all I hear is the sound. Bombs blanketing the ground, a screaming so profound. And you want to play around. will you offend? Everybody is insulted by your acrimony. Everybody wants to wallow in my testimony. Everybody, so who is ready for the ceremony? Everybody, I'll be siding with the everybody.
Everybody wants to see you fall in love. I never thought you'd let it get this way. I stood by watching what we've built decay. We're just pretending that the ending is near. Mother, isn't it clear? Your family's here. Everybody can see the agony you're going through. Everybody knows the goddess is inside of you. Everybody keeps repeating what they're meant to do. Everybody, I've got to stop it just to prove to you. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
Everybody, who's gonna help me overcome the war? Everybody, who's gonna be there when I'm on the floor? Everybody, who's gonna cry when I walk out the door? Everybody, cause I'm not gonna do this anymore. Everybody wants to see you, wants to see you fall in love again.
Mother, is it true? You've chosen to.
Live. I have chosen to live.
Yes!
I'm so sorry, Venus. I made you so many promises, dearest, and I won't be able to keep them.
My lady, all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. If this is your wish, I'll be with you at every step.
I as well. Always.
I hope none of us regret this choice in the days to come. But thank you.
Мы одолели депрессию Афродиты и наследие нацистов силой рок-н-ролла. Блять, это, наверное, мой любимый момент в игре. О, как же хорошо.
This is the only way you'll get through it. Together, as a family.
If there's any chance, Mother, any at all, this is it.
I know, my loves. I hope you're right. Now then, Grace. Apollo tells me you needed my help. No doubt regarding Calliope's death. Have you any suspicions as to who might be responsible?
I was, thinking maybe Pan.
Pan? Kill Calliope? Tish tosh, I don't believe it.
He showed up at my apartment right after I left Athena's office. He's very suspicious.
You favor him too much, Mother.
I happen to feel there are entities among us far more sinister.
You're thinking of Medusa, aren't you?
Медуза?
Wait, hold the phone. That chick who turns people into stone?
Yeah, that's the one.
She works for Athena as a watcher. She's everywhere, lurking in the shadows. If you look anywhere, Grace, start with her.
Come now, Mother. It's time you rested. It's been a long night.
If I don't, I suppose you'll both gang up on me again. Very well.
Ну, Аполлон простоял столбом
So,
все это время.
did they have anything helpful?
Maybe. What do you know about Medusa?
Medusa? That's a rather dark name to unearth. Are you thinking of seeking her out?
I am. Do you know where she is?
Not really, no. Medusa makes it her business to stay out of sight. Athena employs her as a spy master, a hound to do her bidding, a vicious hound at that. Athena's not likely to tell either of us where to find Medusa. I can't say for certain who would know. Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
What you said earlier about Calliope's memories coming back.
That wasn't how I wanted you to find out. I'm sorry. If I might suggest, speak with Persephone about it. When you get a chance, it might be good for you.
You think she could help? Persephone?
Persephone and I have our problems, but I can't deny she is insightful. She'll surprise you.
I might do that. Thanks.
How are things with Persephone? Is she helping as much as you thought?
Yeah, I kind of like her. Way more than I thought I would. Why?
All I mean to ask is, has she said anything?
About...
No, never mind. It's none of my business. Please forget I asked. Give my regards to Persephone when you see her.
Apollo. Always so dramatic. And well done, by the way. You may be the very first person ever to talk sense into Aphrodite.
Спасибо.
Don't joke about it. It was a lot.
A lot that I didn't prepare you for. I know.
That too, yeah.
It's not something you can prepare for. I thought this was the best way. I remember the last time I passed on my Eidolon. 1952. I was married to, well, I'd say you'd call him a gangster. More of a thug. A mean, vicious little thug. Persephone saved me from him. Tore his head clean off. But not before he fired a shotgun into her chest.
Whoa.
My chest? Whatever.
Do you remember who you were before?
I still am her. Chastity, that is. You can see why I switched names. Oh, I remember being disgusted I was ever that weak. Persephone made me strong. But it never really goes away. We all have our sordid history, our personal horrors, building up like sediment around our souls. You can't let it bury you, Grace. You are the only one who can keep your head afloat.
Блин, я тут без дураков могу сказать, что Персефона потрясающая, потому что, блин, нифига себе предыстория. Типа, жена гангстера, который ее там бил и, ну, абьюзил, и, типа, Персефона убила его. Воу, ладно.
You're incredible. You know that?
There's no need to be facetious, Grace.
No, really.
I am incredible. It's true. It's good that you recognize this.
Okay, I take it back.
Oh, you can't take it back, Grace. I would have thought you'd learned that by now.
After centuries of cruel injustice, everybody working against me, every idol but for one, violent with apathy. We couldn't reach a resolution, but you and I, I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace, you.
Gods like me don't have too much to hope for. The rules been fixed throughout the ages. So I have forged a daring path. I would like to make some changes. You see, we can win a revolution, you and I, you and I. I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace,
You are a queen, you're old, your dominion, and in my opinion, you're on the right track. It sounds like they heard you, defied or usurped you. It's time that you kick 'em right back.
You've got one big mouth on you, don't you? Yet it's me who's closing in. Think I like that mouth on you, won't you?
You've overstayed your welcome.
Да блин! Ну чё ж
Time to
ты?
go home.
Колючка.
Get out of here, Grace.
Колючка-то Персефона. Такой хороший момент был. Такой вот в шажочке, в миллиметрочке от нас был фемслэш, но нет. Ну и ладно. Так, ну ладно, раз фемслэшем нас обломали, пойдем к пану. Знаем, что он от нас хочет. Давайте. Что ему надо?
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
Мне эта тема с Олимпом, который спрятан в центре американского города, чем-то напоминает похожий прием из книжек про Перси Джексона, где Олимп был на вершине Empire State Building в Нью-Йорке. Окей.
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here? Or...
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect.
Магия.
It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
Прикольно.
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better.
Ой, сноб ты.
This isn't the first time you've
Сноб
been
ты,
here.
пан.
I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
How many idols are there? I've met, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give up my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the weak.
Right. Good point. You asked me to meet you here?
I did. Though I feared you might decline, considering your rather callous rejection earlier. Regardless, my pride is intact, as is the favor you owe me, which I now wish to collect.
Хитрюшка, плюшка. Ну,
Oh,
давай.
sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even.
Так, это интересно.
If
Помощь
that's not
другу.
enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
This person I'm to help. What does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
Свахой поработать, что ли? Занятно.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly and with open arms.
Какой ты серьезный. Ой, блин, смотрите, тут есть опция его поромансить немножечко. Я честно не знаю, как к этому отнестись. Потому что я не очень хочу прямо романсить пана, но нас только что отвергли с своим слэшем, нас только что Перс послала на 3 веселых. Блин, ладно, немножко с ним пофлиртую.
You're saying you can talk me into anything?
Anything you would enter into willingly and with eyes wide open, which covers a great deal. Yes.
Ой-ой-ой.
That's surprisingly ethical of you, Pan.
I find consent wildly attractive, Grace.
Окей.
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself.
Никто не может их
waste of
трогать.
so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. Now, if there's nothing else you need.
Блин, еще раз можно его поромансить. Ну давайте,
What?
разочек.
No offer to dance this time?
Would you, if I asked?
I wouldn't say no to a bit of fun.
A marvelous attitude. You'll go far with that. Now, if there's nothing else you need.
That depends. What can you tell me about Medusa?
That is a rather peculiar subject change.
Her name came up at Aphrodite's party. I'd like to look into it.
You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. Do tell me you'll be careful if you go there, Grace. Medusa is a hideous creature and should be treated as such.
Блин, еще романс. Ну, давайте.
I'd swear that was you being concerned for my welfare.
Somebody should be, don't you think?
I can handle myself.
I do love this about you. So capable, so heedless. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Найс. Неплохо поговорили. Даже немножко пофлиртовали. Ну что ж, дорогие друзья, мне кажется, это хороший момент, чтобы завершить на такой вот многоточие нашу сегодняшнюю серию. И в следующий раз мы, собственно говоря, отправимся в реликварий Гекаты и попробуем разобраться с тамошними любовными делами. А пока, до новых встреч!